It's been just over 2 weeks of the new federal administration, and already many of the challenges that we anticipated have come to pass. We anticipated them, we were ready for them. Challenges that my team have been preparing for weeks and for months. That's why we were able to sue the president hours after he attempted to violate the Constitution and end birthright citizenship. Although the fight isn't over, we secured a temporary restraining order to protect American citizens while litigation proceeds. A Republican president appointee judge in that case, who had served for 4 decades, said that this was the clearest case he'd seen in his 4-decade tenure as a judge. He said the president's executive order was a blatant violation of the Constitution. And he even said his mind was boggled that the United States Department of Justice attorneys could advance the arguments that they were making in his courtroom. That's what our president did on day one. We were also ready, because of our preparedness, to sue the president hours after a memo came out from the Office of Management and Budget, attempting to freeze nearly $3 trillion in federal funds. Funds that supported essential, critical services throughout our nation. Things like health care for children, food programs for the poor, housing for low-income Americans, support for access to higher education and early childhood education, things like federal disaster relief that California needs yesterday to support our people in Los Angeles suffering from the LA fires. The president unconstitutionally tried to end that funding with the swipe of a pen. Again, we were able to temporarily block that freeze, keeping that critical funding accessible in the meantime. And it shouldn't be too much to ask that the President of the United States of America comply with the law, follow the law, act constitutionally, as he swore an oath to do 2 weeks ago. As the last 15 days made clear, where the President falls down in his obligations, in his commitments, in his duty to follow the law and abide by the Constitution, when he tramples our rights or our freedoms, I will take action. I will see the president in court and stop him from taking that unlawful action. I will not be deterred by his divisive or his harmful rhetoric or chaotic late-night directives. As Chief Law Enforcement Officer for California, I'm here to defend, to enforce, and uphold our laws and protect all Californians. No matter how you look, where you're from, what language you speak, how you pray, who you love, or how you identify. That includes ensuring that our schools are welcoming, inclusive, and safe for all students and educators. All Californians will always have an ally in me. Before I open it up for questions, I want to acknowledge and thank the members of my team at DOJ who are working tirelessly, late nights, weekends, around the clock to protect Californians and ensure we hold the federal administration accountable to the law. Alexis Piazza, Eddie Nugent, Laura Fair, Joel Marrero, Virginia Corrigan, Michael Newman, and Cheryl Feiner. My team doesn't do it for the recognition, but I want to recognize them and thank them for their incredible work. We're 2 weeks in. We've been busy. We've been holding the president accountable, and we're ready for anything and everything that might come in the future.